Hi, this is Tiffany Howell with Biology Lab doing my video essay questions for respiration. The question is, describe the following processes of ventilation with regard to the muscles or other tissues involved in the movement of gases in response to differences in ultrapulmonary pressure and atmospheric pressure during inspiration and expiration. My response to these are: for inspiration, it is the process of ventilation when air enters the lungs. During this process, it involves the following muscles: the sternocleidomastoid, scalenes, external intercostals, and the diaphragm. The sternocleidomastoid elevates the sternum, and the scalenes elevate the upper ribs. The external intercostals also assist in elevating the sternum and ribs, which is in return extending the anterior and posterior dimensions of the thoracic cavity. The diaphragm elevates the lower ribs and flattens the thoracic cavity, which extends the thoracic cavity's superior and inferior dimensions. All of the functions of the inspiratory muscles allow an increase in volume in the thoracic cavity. As the volume is increased, the expanding of the lungs causes the intrapulmonary pressure to become low. It is actually below atmospheric pressure, which is allowing air to flow into the lungs. Using Boyle's law for inspiration, it is said that an increase of volume in the lungs results in a decrease of pressure. For expiration, it is the process of ventilation when air is exhaled from the lungs. During this process, it involves the following muscles: internal intercostals, the diaphragm, abdominal muscles, and the quadratus lumborum. The internal intercostals contracts to pull the ribs down. The diaphragm releases to reduce the superior and inferior dimensions of the thoracic cavity. The abdominal muscles contract to compress the abdomen, and the quadratus lumborum also contracts to pull the ribs down as well. As the muscles relax, the volume decreases in the thoracic cavity. Since volume is decreased, the intrapulmonary pressure increases and it becomes above atmospheric pressure, which moves air out of the lungs. Again, using Boyle's law for expiration, it is said that a decrease in volume results in an increase in pressure in the lungs. Thank you. This concludes my essay questions and answers.